Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Empowering Intuitives Talk Show. I'm your host, Reverend Dr. Michelle Walker. I'm a psychic medium and medical intuitive, and this is such a fun topic for me. I love doing these shows and really disseminating information that I've gathered in all of my years and what Spirit really brings up for me on a daily basis. And, you know, I do these on the fly. And, it's really funny because Spirit today, in my morning inspiration that I do live on Facebook, was talking about the vibration of love. And, we are energetic beings and we respond well to sound healing and frequencies. And they brought up the frequencies of love. And maybe some people don't know what that is. So I want to talk a little bit about that tonight, and then we'll take a caller later. So, one thing that has been around since ancient times is frequencies and using frequencies to help heal the body. And this resonates deeply with me, not just in this lifetime. There's such a thing called Solfeggio frequencies, and I'm probably saying that wrong, but they were invented in the early 11th century, and they kind of got lost for many years. And then in the 70s, there was this Dr. Polio that rediscovered these and found that listening to frequencies can aid in healing the body and bringing the body back into balance. In Western medicine, we're all concerned about diseases and getting back into homeostasis, which in Eastern medicine, they are doing that as well, but they take into account our energetic, subtle energy bodies and our body's prana energy systems and trying to get that back into balance to remove dis-ease, if I say that right. So one great way to do this is through frequencies. And if you don't know what this is, you can Google this up. You can go on YouTube. All of these frequencies are available for you. And I really have listened to these for many years myself and found that they help in a lot of ways, not just bringing balance, but let's say, for example, you're going through a lot of stress. When I went through a very traumatic loss, I struggled to move through the grieving process. And so for me, listening to these frequencies really helped me move past, heal my heart, move past pain, move past stress, move past the fear of all of these things. So frequencies can help with the emotional bodies. They also can help with the physical bodies. And I'm just using me as the example because, well, I have a lot of experience in this lifetime with emotional traumas and physical trauma and pains. And all of these things can be helped and healed through frequency. I know, boy, and when I say that, I get people, my colleagues in Western medicine, up in arms when I start talking about you can heal your body through frequencies and balancing the body's energies and all of these things. But that's my belief. And if it's not yours, that's okay too. But I digress. Let's go back and look at these frequencies, okay? So they can help with stress. They can help you sleep. How many people are having a hard time relaxing right now with everything that's going on in the world? I know a lot of people are having issues with sleep. They're not able to get down into a deep sleep, which is restorative. If you're not in a deep sleep, you're not restoring the body, right? So there are 9 really common frequencies that we talk about with this. And I'll just run through them quickly, but I encourage you to investigate this for yourself and start to listen to some of it. This program is not really set up for me to walk you through and listen to them. We don't have enough time to do that, but it's well worth doing. So 174 megahertz relieves pain and stress, right? So that would be a great place to start for every one of us. Everybody's going through some kind of emotional, physical, spiritual pain and or stress. 285 megahertz helps with really healing tissues and organs. So anybody that has any disease, diabetes, heart disease, any issues with your gallbladder. I mean, these are common everyday things with the Western society, especially here in the United States. These are the most common things. Our diets are not, for the most part, great. And so then these diseases result. But it also has to do with a lot of people have chronic pain and degenerative joint issues and things. So that frequency can help with that. 396 works with guilt and fear. Anybody that's gone through traumas tends to have some underlying guilt and or fear associated with that. So just think about, if it's not you or you haven't experienced it in your life, then I'm sure you know people that have. So that's a great way to help. And sometimes you may need to listen to multiple frequencies because you have multiple things going on at the same time. Or maybe you just choose one, the most highest priority at the time. Okay, so we have 417. In that one is undoing situations and facilitating change. And this is great for when change is occurring and you're not a big fan of that. Guilty as charged. I can struggle if it is a lot of change in a short amount of time. It causes us a hard time of adapting. So learning how to let go of situations that no longer serve your highest good. This is a great frequency for that. 528 is about transformation and miracles. It helps repair your DNA. It can help awaken you more spiritually. It helps with your imagination. And it helps with love and especially self love. So, this is a great one for that. That one we could all listen to every day. We're all trying to transform or transmute something into something else, right? We're trying to let go of something that we're healing. We're trying to manifest and bring things in. So that is like the universal frequency for everything that we're trying to do. 639 is about connections and relationships. And this includes the relationship with yourself. So if you're doing a lot of inner child work, this is great for that. You're trying to heal relationships. This is also great for that. Then you have 741. That has to do with really people with a lot of chronic pain. I know it kind of touched on that earlier with the other one that works with the organs, but this helps work with the emotional aspects of chronic pain and the spiritual aspects, and also about your intuition as well, awakening that intuition. And who is not trying to do that right now? This is great for people that are newly awoken and are trying to develop their intuition and or continuously working on their intuition. So you can see how these frequencies overlap and they can help all of us in so many ways. 852 is returning to spiritual order. This is about more of your connectedness, connecting more with your higher self, and that self-love. And starting to have those spiritual awakenings and looking at things in a different perspective. And you're starting to expand out your thinking from me to community to a bigger picture. And then 963 is about the divine consciousness or enlightenment. And that's where we really start to focus more on the oneness, the unity. And so you can see how that could be something that we really need to be listening to and working on right now with such division in this society, in the world, right? So trying to focus more your own vibration on oneness is so important for your overall well-being, but also as you heal yourself, you heal others, right? We're working on dealing with all of those aspects of ourselves so that we can transmute those things for others as well. And, when you change you help change the entire collective. So it's not your job to fix somebody else. It's your job to deal with your own stuff so that it ripples out. So I really do recommend listening to these, play with it, have some fun with it. Isn't that what it's all about? Having fun in this experience where you can. And, just think about when you listen to a frequency or a song, if you will, or a musical instrument. how that reverberates through the entire physical body. So if when you listen to these frequencies, if you have headphones, put those on and let it just vibrate all through your physical body. It's just an awesome experience. I like to listen to it underneath my copper pyramid headphones and just get the complete immersion of it, which is fun. But you don't need all of that. Just listening to them will also do that. So remember, our bodies are very sensitive to our words, our thoughts, our actions, the frequencies that you are, the frequencies that you surround yourself with. And we have now yet another tool that can help us in our journey. And that's here at Empowered Wellness. That's what I do. Try to ask Spirit and bring that information forward for us to continue to learn and whatever they feel like they need. It's always about giving us new tools and playing with that and having fun with it. So have fun with it. And we'll see what they bring to us next week. And, you can catch me every weekday on my Facebook channel. I do a spirit inspiration. I come out of meditation. Spirit gives guidance for the day. And, I'm like you listening to it for the first time as it's coming out of my mouth. And it's always an interesting way to start your day with a positive note and a positive intention as you move forward. So, all right. So I think we're going to try to get a caller on the line here and see what we can do for any readings tonight. All right. Let's see. We have Sadie in Bradford. Oh, what did I miss? Hi, Sadie. Are you with us in the UK? Okay. No problem. We will try to get her back on. So that'll be great. This is awesome. You guys can always call in to get on here live with me and receive a reading. So, the energies were really powerful this week with the moon, the strawberry full moon. And a lot of people had brought up a lot of things that they were feeling and letting those things go and making room for whatever they were trying to manifest. All right. We have Sadie on the line. Hi, Sadie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Is this a live video?
Yes, you're live here on Empowering Intuitives Talk Show. Uh-oh. Technology, you gotta love it. We're gonna try to get her back one more time here. Yes, you gotta love it. So as I was talking about is that, sometimes when these moon energies are so powerful, we have to remember that our bodies are sensitive to the moon and the moon's energy. And so the frequencies are a really great way to help balance. Also grounding and realizing, I think part of the time when we don't know what's happening, it tends to make our anxieties worse. But when you realize, oh, okay, I'm feeling a little off, or I'm not sleeping, or maybe it has to do with the moon being full and all that high energy. And so once you kind of identify it, then you know what to do with it and how to work with it to help you feel better and to balance it. All right. So I don't know. We'll see if we can get her back on the line here. If not, maybe we have time to pick up another call. All right. We have Ashley. I'm not sure. Ashley, are you on the line, my dear?
Yes, I am.
Hi. Where are you calling in from, my dear?
West Dallas, Wisconsin.
Oh, wonderful. Well, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. Is there a particular area that you would like me to look at for you?
Possibly a mediumship type of reading.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to pull a card. Spirit wanted you to have a card. Oh, and here we go. Okay, so you got the King of Autumn. This is what comes up. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything is going your way, a good person or company to work for. The King of Autumn is about compassion, accomplishment, and being charismatic and gifted. So, what I feel like is going on about that is sometimes you have to stand up for the underdog, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that's
It
recently
does.
happened. I don't know if that's recently happened for you when you stood up for somebody else, but also I feel like you've been finding your voice more, if that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am. It does.
In spirit, I hear them like clapping. I have like a mother type energy, whether it's mom or grandma, but if you have a mother like energy that's coming forward, does this make sense?
That does make sense.
And she is just so happy that you're finally standing in your power more. And she's like, yes. And I feel like maybe she didn't always do that. And she's saying that maybe sometimes you associated speaking your voice or standing in your power as more masculine versus more feminine, and that you always tried to be more feminine. And that was a balance between your masculine and feminine actually. But now you've learned that you can be completely feminine and stand in your power. Does that make sense? The way that they're explaining that?
Yes, that does. Yes.
And she's almost like taking blame for instilling that in you, if you will, to be ladylike or to be softer. Do you understand that? Uh-oh. Do we still have you on the line, my dear?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. So she's kind of saying that to me, but she's glad that you've worked through what you needed to in order to stand in your own. She's talking about you had a recent loss or intense emotional grief that you've just worked through. Would you understand that?
I would, yes.
And she's saying that stop being so hard on yourself. The way that you go through this is the way that you go through this. And that there's no right way. There's no wrong way. There's no exact time. And you're being really hard on yourself. She wants you to show that compassion to yourself like you show for everybody else. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, yes. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. She's just saying that I feel like she's saying, just breathe, my dear. You will love like that again. Do you understand that?
I do understand that.
You have a huge heart and you give that to everybody else, but you are so critical of yourself. Right now, you need to wrap yourself within your own love that you give to everybody else, and you need to pull back your energy a little bit. And you need to find strength and power and know that there is no regrets. No regrets. I feel like maybe you're through the healing process, you're having a little bit of regret. I wish I would have done this a little different. And that's all normal part of the grieving, but there's no regret. Be grateful for the experience, positive or negative. Do you understand?
I do understand, yes.
And just learn and move forward. That's the best that you can do in human form. And you're doing it. You're doing wonderful. Life is short. Now, were you thinking about going on a vacation, but then you were thinking, oh, maybe not. Maybe I need to save the money, and like you're like ping-ponging it back and forth. Would you understand?
Yes, I would. Yes.
So I'm getting a clear, you need this. You need to go ahead and have that vacation and have that time away. You need that. Don't worry about the money so much. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get that break and get away.
Okay.
She's saying, it always works out. Even when money is tight, it always works out. It always comes around, right?
Right. That definitely sounds like her.
She's like, just have the trust and have the faith. It'll all work itself out. But yes, you definitely need that vacation. You need that break. Now,
Okay.
she's talking about, do you have a I don't know if this is I'd say a long friendship, but maybe you kind of fell out, but I feel like maybe childhood friend or somebody that you used to be friends with for a very long time, but then life kind of got in the way. Would you understand this?
Um, yes.
So she's talking about reconnecting in a way, um, because your hearts are still thinking of each other. Reconnect, make time. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yes, I do understand that.
Okay. She's just saying that she is so proud of you. You really have overcome a lot of things in your young life, and that you have the words, she's making me change it and say the words, you were destined for greatness. And I don't know if that's something that she had said to you or you had said, but those are the exact words she's making me say. Do you understand what she
That is
means?
her. I do.
Okay. She says, and even people that destined for greatness stumble along the way. It's okay. Pick yourself up and keep going. You will get to where you want to go. And there's so much more than what you even allow yourself to dream that's in front of you. Now,
Okay.
she wants to bring up about a vehicle. So I don't know if this was something else that came up. Maybe you were looking about a vehicle or you were wanting or dreaming about a different vehicle.
No, not in particular.
Okay. Well, she's showing me a different vehicle, and I feel like that maybe at the end of the year. So, I'm asking. I don't feel like I feel like it's just I don't feel like it's because of a wreck or anything like that, anything negative. I just feel like a new vehicle's coming towards the end of the year, and maybe it's an opportunity you just can't resist. I don't know, but she's all about that. She likes the idea of that for you.
Okay.
Now, what?
I don't know if it. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know if it means anything at all, but I'm very connected to my current vehicle. I feel like she communicates with me in my current vehicle.
Okay.
I'm in a vehicle. I kind of, my mom and I, we were very connected to the vehicle that I currently have.
Well, and maybe
I don't
she's
know
saying
why.
this is part of maybe moving forward, because she's saying now, she says it's not the vehicle, my dear. I'm going to be with you no matter what you're driving. She says, but don't hold on to the vehicle because of me.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah. So if there's an opportunity, she wants you to move forward, and don't hold on to it just simply because of nostalgia. Because she's like, I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to let you know that I'm around. And I feel like you feel her presence. And like, did she like to like stroke your hair a certain way? Like that's what she's doing right now to you.
Yes.
And I see her like standing over you whenever you go to sleep, that you may notice her more there. And she does that, tucking you in, checking on you.
Yes.
And she says, and she knows I do that. She knows I do that. So
yes, I do.
this is your confirmation and validation that she's still seeing you, and you aren't crazy. This is your mother doing that. She is still around. She wants you to know that now you don't have, do you have children?
I do, yes.
Little girl?
A little boy.
Okay.
Not so little. He'll be 11 in August, but still my little boy.
I see a little girl coming, whether this is your blood or Yeah, that's why I was like, you have this little girl, and I'm getting no. I'm like, okay, well, somehow there's a little girl coming around that she wants to talk about. She can't wait for this girl to come around.
That's her.
Yeah, she's really excited about you having a girl. She says she needs that to be the mother of a girl. She loves she says, especially since your son is more into tweener years, and it's been a great journey with him, and now he's aware of her as well. Does he talk about her?
Yes, he does.
She checks in on him, but she's bringing up about a possible girl, and I don't know if whenever you were pregnant she was hoping for a girl and kept talking about a girl, and she's chuckling now about that.
Yes, yeah, we both were.
Okay. Okay, but she just wants you to know that she is around, and that your son he is a really good boy, and he is so head on straight, believe it or not. She says he knows where he's going, so trust him even if it doesn't always make sense. And he's really knows she's around, and she's going to continue to watch over. And I want to leave that with so much love and validation for you that she is still watching over you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You are welcome, my dear. It's my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you again next week. Namaste.